Hi everyone, this is the online lecture for Market Structures Part 2. In this lecture, we'll look at the profit maximizing point and the different profit levels in terms of the diagram. Okay, let's start. Now, to study the behavior of the firm, we mentioned in lecture that we need to know how much the firm should produce. Okay, and this is given by the profit maximization point. Okay, which decides how much should the firm produce. And this principle is the same across all market structures. MR equals to MC. You must remember this. Okay, the profit max principle for all the four different market structure is MR equals to MC. We have already explained this in lecture. Okay. Now, so your demand curve is also MR is equals to AR. Okay, and it cuts this MC here. So this will be your profit maximum point. Okay. When you're drawing diagram, it is important that you secure the quantity of this profit max point quickly. Okay, because this is the quantity level that we'll be studying. All right. So we will know how much a firm should produce given by the profit max point, which is MR equals to MC. When you draw a diagram, you must look for the point immediately, okay, and secure the profit maximizing Q. Okay. Now, last topic on output and cost, we already mentioned that we have measurements of time. Short run for short period of time, long run for long period of time. Okay. Now, for the previous topic, we measure short run by the presence of a fixed factor of production. Okay, now in this topic, perfect calm, short run is also a short period of time, but the criteria is a little bit different. The criteria for this period will be, for short run would be the period whereby there's too little time, okay, short period of time, too little time for new firms to enter the industry. Now what we are doing is really later on there'll be a series of adjustment. What we are really doing is to break the story into half. Okay, you will get to see this later. But the definition of short run for perfect calm will be where the timing is too short for new firms to enter the industry. Okay, later you'll see that there's a specific time that new firms will enter the industry. Okay, and we will stop the story before that, and then short run. Okay. Now, in the short run, the firm can make different levels of profit. Now, these are terms that you must remember. Okay. Now, the first one is the firm makes money. The usual term, notion that a business make money. Okay, that profit level is called supernormal. Okay, or positive economic profit. That means the firm makes money. Okay. Supernormal, okay, supernormal or positive economic profit, both of these are interchangeably used. Okay. Normal profit, normal is when the firm break even, or we call this zero economic profit. Now when the firm make a loss, lose money, it becomes subnormal profit. Okay, we call this negative economic profit or economic loss. Okay. Now, so the notion of profit levels is not very different from layman's understanding of making money, breaking even, and losing money. Just that the names are different. Okay, making money, supernormal. Break even, normal. Lose money, subnormal. Okay, you must remember the different names. All right, the different description for different profit levels in the short run. Okay, in the short run, all these profit levels are possible. Now, how does the different profit levels look like on the diagram? Now, for normal profit, okay, this is your regular demand curve of perfect calm. Remember, it's totally horizontal or perfectly elastic. Okay. Your demand curve is also your AR, which is your average revenue, and your MR. Okay. Now, at your profit maximization point, which is MR plus MC at here, which give rise to your P and your QE, your average total cost is also there. Okay. Now, because your price, your average revenue, and your average total cost are all there, all of these indicators are equal. All right. So your profit is zero, which means you break even. Okay. So whenever you draw the diagram, draw the demand curve, okay, which is equivalent to AR, MR, and then find the profit maximizing point with your MC. Okay, and then you join your ATC depending on the profit level. So in this case, it's normal profit. You draw it where your profit maximization point is. Now, when we want to show that the firm is making super normal profits or making money, you can see that we do the same thing. Your demand curve is still there. Okay, your MC is still there. So this is your profit max point. Okay, can you see where the prompter is? MR equals to MC. Now, to make money, your cost must be lower. Okay, so we draw ATC lower. So the minimum of ATC, remember, you must cut MC. Okay, so at your profit maximizing quantity, your price is here. That is your profit maximizing point. Your price is here, and your cost is here, where it cuts into ATC. Okay, so because your price is higher than your cost, you make a profit that's shown by the difference over here. Okay, so when you're drawing the diagram, you always draw demand curve, cuts your MC first. Then, if you're drawing supernormal profits, your cost must be lower than your price, so you draw ATC lower. Okay, now take note, don't read off your cost from here. You must read off your cost along your profit maximizing quantity. Always look at your indicators along your profit maximizing quantity. Okay, so where it hits demand curve, that is your price. Where it hits ATC, that's your cost. Okay. Now, obviously, when you're making a loss, your ATC is up there. Okay, higher than your price. So again, minimum point cuts MC, but look at the indicators from the profit maximizing quantity. All right. So along this profit maximizing quantity, where it hits demand curve, that is your price. Where it hits ATC, that is your cost. So in this case, cost is higher, so you are running a loss or making subnormal profits. Okay. Now, the characteristics of monocom, I will not repeat. It's right in your notes. Okay. It's quite similar to perfect com. Okay, except that you're now selling differentiated products. Now that's a very important characteristic, because once you sell differentiated products, you have some control over your market, even though the control is very, very slight, okay, very small. As a result, it's possible for you to lower your price to sell more. So your demand curve, okay, goes back to a downward sloping demand curve. Okay. Now, what does a downward sloping demand curve mean? It means that it's possible to sell more to lower the price. Okay, you have some kind of influence over the market. Okay, now when you lower your price to sell more, the next unit, which is your the next revenue coming in from the next unit, which is your MR, okay, will fall faster than your demand curve, which is your average revenue. Now we discussed this in lecture because average revenue has to average the earlier units which have a higher price. Okay, so in the next unit, when you lower price to sell more, okay, MR will fall faster than AR. All right, we have discussed this in lecture. Okay, so when you draw these two lines like that. Okay, now you throw in your MC. Okay, your profit maximizing point is here. Okay, MR cuts MC is here. Now don't stop here. You must go down, touch the Q. Okay, this is your profit maximizing quantity. You go up, you touch the demand curve AR line. Okay, that is your price level. Now there's no indication here on the price level, so don't measure your price level here. You must go up and touch the demand curve. We talked about this in lecture. You must sell, as a seller, you must sell how much the consumer is willing to pay, because you are a profit maximizer. Okay, so you go up, you touch the demand curve, which is how much the consumer is willing to pay for the good. You charge them at the price. Okay, so at profit maximizing point, you go down, touch Q, you go up, touch P. Okay, and this is the beginning of how you should draw the diagram. Now, the profit levels can be a little bit difficult to draw. Positioning the ATC sometimes is a bit tricky. So I mentioned in lecture also that these three lines you can consider drawing in pen. Okay, ATC you can draw in pencil. Okay, so that when you erase something, the whole thing doesn't go off or turn into a mess. All right. When you're making zero profits, that means normal profits, you position your ATC tangent to the price. So your cost is equal to the price. Okay, so it's tangent over here. You have practice drawing in the lecture, right? Now, the profit levels, just adjust your ATC. Okay, we talked about this in the lecture. Your three lines are consistent. Your AR, MR, your profit maximizing point, and then you touch price over here. Okay, now these three lines are consistent across all the different profit levels. So what you need to do is just position your ATC at a suitable level to show the various profits. Now, when you are making supernormal profits, that means your ATC, your cost is low. Okay, so position it downwards. Okay, when you're making a loss, just push your ATC high up. Okay, because you're making a loss, subnormal profit, right? So ATC is very high up. So at your profit maximizing quantity, okay, price is lower than your cost. Okay, now some of you would look at this cost level and say, is this higher and or lower than this starting point here? It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So your cost is higher, so you're making subnormal profits. So these three diagrams are actually quite consistent. Your AR, MR, okay, and then your MC. Get your profit maximizing point, okay, quantity here, price is here. Then position your ATC. You're making a loss, like in this case, subnormal, your cost is very high. You're making money, supernormal, your cost is very low. So you are just adjusting your ATC up and down. Okay, but the three lines, your AR, MR, and MC remains the same. Now for the last part of market structure, we look at free entry and exit and how it makes firms break even in the long run. Now remember I showed you this slide for the previous part. Okay, so when there's free entry and exit, all firms break even in the long run. We shall now look at how. Now this is the process in which your profits will even out, will break even in the long run. Okay, now case one is when you make money. Firms make positive profits. We saw the diagram earlier, right? Now, when you make money, new firms will be attracted to enter, right? Because new firms are attracted by the profits that you guys are making here. So because there's free entry and exit, the firms are able to come in, right? Now, when they come in, they add on to the supply. Okay, there's more supply of the goods now in the market. So each firm's demand will begin to fall. All right, so firm's demand curve will shift left. You don't have to show this on diagram. Huh? We are just following it theoretically. Okay. Now, so imagine that you have less business. Obviously, price is going to fall until you reach the break-even level. Okay. Now, what happens when you are making losses? When you're making losses, firms in the current market will begin to leave. Some of them can't sustain the loss. I'm losing money. I'm backing up. I'm going. Okay. Now, when they go, there's a lesser supply in the market, right? Because when they leave, they stop supplying that good. So each remaining company now has more business. So demand increases for the remaining firms. So demand goes up, price will go up until you break even. Okay. So now these two process is only possible because of free entry and exit. All right. So whenever there's money that's being made in the market, new firms come in, join. Okay, each firm in the market now has more competition. They have less business. They lose the supernormal profits back to normal. Okay, if they make losses, firms will leave. Okay, so existing firms, remaining firms have more businesses. Demand and price recovers until break even. Okay, so with free entry and exit, in the long run, firms will only break even. Okay. Now this is the end of the lecture for market structure. Hope that it will help you in formulating some of the write-up for your project. Okay. See you next week.